Good day, everyone. Today we will be tackling about DepEd Memorandum number 004, series of 2022, dated February 9, 2022, which has a title of Implementation of the Results-Based Performance Management System, Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers for school year 2021 to 2022. Before we continue, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please hit the notification bell button so that you will be notified the next time that I will be uploading more videos. Thank you. So, faithful to commitment of the Department of Education to quality teaching, it being recognized as vital to the attainment of desired learning outcomes. So, the department remains steadfast in the efforts to anchor its human resource system. So, consistent with the DepEd Order number 2, series of 2015, prescribing the guidelines on the establishment and implementation of the results-based performance management system in the Department of Education and pursuant to Section 5 of DepEd Order number 42, series of 2017, the national adoption and implementation of the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers. So, itong PPST na ito ay kailangang i-integrate at i-embed sa RPMS of teachers since school year 2018 to 2019. So, simple lang po, itong Philippine Professional Standards for Teacher ay inadopt ng Department of Education to be integrated and to be embedded in the RPMS of teachers since school year 2018 to 2019. Now, the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers has 37 indicators into teachers' performance. So, hindi pa yon na-implement lahat. So, for school year 2021-2022, the department aims to complete the full cycle through this memorandum. Itong memorandum number 4, series of 2022 na may title, Implementation of the Results-Based Performance Management System for Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers or RPMS PPST for school year 2021-2022 upang ma-include na po ang remaining 18 indicators in the RPMS of teacher. So ito na ang guidelines po sa performance management at appraisal ng mga teachers natin upang ma-integrate at ma-implement na ang naiwan na 18 indicators ng PPSTE. With the implementation of the Basic Education Learning Continually Plan, the sudden shift from face-to-face to remote learning, and now the gradual implementation of the limited face-to-face classes, the tools, the forms, and protocols stipulated herein are developed and modified to ensure that the measures of performance this school year are appropriate, adaptive, and relevant to capture teachers' actual performance in the context of the pandemic. So for this school year 2021-2022, minodify po yung lahat ng indicators po para appropriate at adaptive po at relevant po siya sa napapanahong pandemic. So, sino ba ang cover ng DepEd Memorandum na ito? So, lahat ng mga teachers, lahat ng mga master teachers in all public elementary and secondary schools, included din po ang community learning centers or the CLCs, including those teachers and master teachers who are assigned as full-time teachers, teacher broadcasters in DepEd Central Office. Kasi meron po tayong programa sa television. So yung mga teachers po na na-assign as the teacher broadcasters, kasali po sila sa DepEd Memo na ito. Isa pa po, the main purpose of this DepEd Memorandum 004 is to guide the ratees, the raters, the approving authorities, and other stakeholders in the implementation of the PPST-aligned RPMS through the prescribed performance indicators that shall be reflected sa mga IPCRFs ng mga teachers sa school year 2021 at 2022. for purposes implementation of RPMS PPST for school year 2021 to 2022, ito na po yung mga guidelines. Letter A, with the continued delivery of basic education services through various distance learning delivery modalities. So, napakarami po ng learning delivery modalities po ng iba't ibang school na pasok po sa context ng community nila. The changes in the expectations of teachers necessitates a COVID-19 responsive RPMS. So, ito pong DepEd Memorandum number 4 ay isa po siyang responsive to COVID-19 RPMS while upholding quality teaching using the professional standard. So, hindi pa rin po nawawala ang main goal na makaproduce po tayo ng quality teaching gamit po ang professional standards ng mga teachers. So, this modification in RPMS, its tools, processes, and protocols for school year 2021-2022 captures the DepEd current system that governs teachers' function. So again, ito pong DepEd Memo 004 po ay responsive po siya sa COVID-19 pero hindi po nawawala ang quality teaching using the standards of the professional teachers. Letter B, so consistent with the school calendar and activities for school year 2021-2022 na nakastipulate po sa enclosure number 2 ng DepEd Order number 29 series of 2021. So meron pong performance cycle ang lahat ng mga teaching personnel for this school year na magsisimula noong August 1, 2021 at mag-i-end sa July 31, 2022. That timeline of activities for each phase of the RPMS cycle is illustrated, particulars of which is detailed in Annex A. So yan po ang pag-uusapan natin, ano po yung timeline ng RPMS cycle ng mga teachers. So this is now the phase of the cycle of the RPMS of teachers. So the center of the cycle is to produce a quality teacher embraced by the Philippine professional standards for teachers. And also, hindi rin mawawala through learning and development, through technical assistance, ay magra-run po ang cycle from phase 1 to phase 4. So, ang phase 1 po natin, mga kaibigan, ay performance planning and commitment. While phase 2 is performance monitoring and coaching, the phase 3 is performance review and evaluation, and phase 4 is performance rewarding and development planning. So, isa-isahin natin yung phases ng RPMS cycle natin. So, for phase 1, performance planning and commitment, ito po yung mga activities. So, nandyan po yung discussion, issuance of RPMS tools, as well as the self-assessment na nandyan po sa DepEd Memorandum 004. Ang mga forms po na gagamitin po sa phase 1 ay ang IPCRF plus the SAT or the self-assessment tool plus the IPCRF-P and the development plans. So, ang timeline po nito, supposedly, ay magsa-start po ito August 2021 up to September 2021, the first phase of the RPMS cycle. So, the outline po ay ang signed IPCRF development plans based on SAT and signed IPCRF. Ito po yung mga IPCRF development plans ng mga teachers at yung SAT at nung napirmahan po ng mga IPCRF ng mga teachers. So, after the planning and commitment, ay gagawa po ng portfolio preparation and organization yung teacher. So, magsa-start na po siyang mangulek ng mga evidences and MOVs. Ano po yung mga forms na gagawin niya or gagamitin niya? Ito po yung mga COT, Classroom Observation Tool ng RPMS, at syempre po ang portfolio na pupunan niya ng mga MOVs as she or he gets along the cycle of the RPMS. So, yan po ang cycle number 1. So, after ng cycle 1, ay papasok na si cycle number 2. Ito po yung performance monitoring and coaching. So the activities include performance monitoring and coaching as well as ito po yung mid-year review and assessment. So ito po yung mga activities na gagawin under cycle number 2. Ano po yung mga forms na gagamitin dito? The RPMS tools plus the IPCRF plus the SAT plus the IPCRF development plan using PMCF. So, ang timeline po nito ay year-round. So, whole year po ang timeline ng cycle number 2. The monitoring and coaching and the February 2022, ito po yung mid-year review. Ang outline po ay agreements based on PMCF, MRF, then updated IPCRF, development plans, and portfolio. Now, after the cycle 2 ay papasok na itong cycle 3, the performance review and evaluation. So, activity po nito ay ang year-end review and assessment, evaluation of portfolio and computation of final rating. So, ito na po yung magko-compute na po yung ratee at ng rater ko ano po yung magiging final rating po ng teachers gamit po ang kanyang portfolio. Ang forms po na gagamitin ay RPMS tools plus IPCRF plus SAT plus IPCRF DP using PMCF. So, ang timeline, a week after the scheduled graduation. Then, outline nito, dapat ay na-sign na yung portfolio, nakapag-sign na din sa IPCRF with computed final rating. At papunta na sa cycle number 4, which is the preparation of phase 4. So, yun po. And finally, ay nandito na tayo sa RPMS cycle number 4, which is the performance rewarding and development planning. So, based po sa mga results ng pagbibigay ng mga points and final rating, and ito na po yung activity na gagawin. So, activity po is to find ways forward and development planning. So, papunta na po tayo sa development planning ng teachers. So, ang form po nito is yung final IPCRF development plan. So, ito na po yung parts 1 to 4 ng RPMS na signed na po ng rater. Ang timeline nito, a week after scheduled graduation, ang outline, may reward, may recognition, and the IPCRF DP. Going to the portfolio preparation and organization for the next cycle. And the cycle repeats itself every school year. So from phase 1 to phase 2 to phase 3 to phase 4, it will go back to phase 1 at the beginning of every school year. And it will end at the end of every school year. The performance period prescribed herein shall be used as basis for the determination of length of service for purposes of computation of the performance-based bonus for teachers and other school-based personnel pursuant to applicable guidelines. So it is important po na yung rating ng isang employee ng teacher ay magagamit po siya sa pag-compute ng performance-based bonus kasama na din po yung other school-based personnel. So, ito na yung mga PPST-aligned RPMS tools that shall be used ngayong school year. Number 1 is the RPMS tool for proficient teachers. Ito po yung tool ng mga teachers 1, 2, and 3. Next is the RPMS tool for highly proficient teachers. Ito po yung mga master teachers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Meron ding RPMS tool for proficient teacher broadcasters. Ito po yung mga teachers na nagbo-broadcast po sa national level, teacher 1, 2, and 3. And the RPMS tool for highly proficient teacher broadcasters. So master teacher 1, 2, 3, and 4 na ginagamit po ngayon as the broadcasters of the national television ng Department of Education. Then para po maintindihan ng mga teachers yung performance objectives and indicators na gagamitin for school year 2021 and 2022 para po makakuha sila ng mga acceptable means of verification for each indicator, may binigay pong supplemental guidelines ng RPMS PPST performance objectives, indicators, and MOV na naka-attach po sa Annex B ng DepEd Memo 004 Series of 2022 na tatalakayin naman natin later. So a glossary is also provided in each tool, as well as in Annex B to set the operational definition of concepts from in the indicators and of certain MOV. So meron din glossary of terms doon para mas malaman natin ano ba yung operational meaning pag ginamit natin siya in determining the MOVs sa paggawa natin ng IPCRF ng ating PPST-based RPMS. For letter F, the following further guidelines are likewise provided to clarify certain operational concern sa pag-assess po ng performance ng mga teacher broadcasters. So, pursuant to DepEd Memo PHROD 2020, 294, it is understood that the nature of the work of the teacher broadcaster shall commensurate as regular teaching load. So yung mga nagbo-broadcast po ng mga teachers natin ay para na rin po silang may teaching load doon. Hence, in the assessment of their performance, the teacher broadcaster shall use the RPMS PPST tools for teacher broadcasters as prescribed in Appendices 3 and 4. So ang gagamitin nilang RPMS tool po ay para po sa teacher broadcasters. In view thereof, all duties and responsibilities of a teacher broadcasters that do not fall under the purview of the expectations set for teachers shall only be considered as plus factor, subject to applicable rules and regulation and the rating of plus factors. Also, yung mga implementers of TV video and radio-based instruction, yung TV, BI, and RBI, Learning Delivery Modality ng Central Office, ng Region Office, at ng Schools Division Office are urged to ensure that the detailed duties and responsibilities of the concerned teacher broadcasters, as may be indicated in their respective term of reference or job description, shall be reflective of the functions and expectations of teachers in the context of remote learning. So, sino lamang ang gagamit ng RPMS PPST tools for teacher broadcasters? Yun lamang mga teachers na officially reassigned to the central office, to the regional office, as well as to the schools division offices through the issuance of the appropriate reassignment orders through the special order as approved by the concerned schools division superintendent. Otherwise, yung mga walang special order, hindi po sila pwedeng gumamit ng RPMS PPST for teacher broadcasters. So, yung mga teacher na may regular teaching loads at nagagamit din as teacher broadcaster pero wala silang special order shall use the RPMS tool for regular teachers. Their performance as teacher broadcasters shall be considered as plus factor. So, yung pagiging teacher broadcaster nila ay gagamitin na lamang nila sa plus factor. So for more information, you can contact the Bureau of Human Resource and Organizational Development located at the 4th floor, Mabini Building, Department of Education Central Office, DepEd Complex, Meralco Avenue, Pasig City through email at bhrod.hrdd@deped.gov.ph or telephone number 0284706630. So immediate dissemination of this memorandum is desired. So signed by Ma'am Leonor Magtolis Briones, the Secretary of the Department of Education on February 9, 2022. So that is the DepEd Memorandum number 4, series of 2022. Thank you so much.